Pedro Ramírez Vázquez was a late 20th-century Mexican architect. He was born in Mexico City. He was persuaded to study architecture by writer and poet Carlos Pellicer. Ramírez Vázquez earned a Bachelor of Architecture degree from UNAM in 1943. He was responsible for the construction of some of Mexico's most emblematic buildings. He was a modern architect with influences from the European modern movement, Latin American modern architects and pre-Columbian cultures. Concrete is the material he used most often. He developed a system to construct schools in rural areas, constructing thousands of schools in Mexico and abroad. The UNICEF has used such system. He was the president of the organizing committee of the Mexico City Olympics in 1968 and the World Cup in 1970. He was a pioneer in Mexico of modern graphic design, with the design of the Olympic image. He is a member of the International Olympic Committee. He won several awards including the National Arts Award in 1973, CEMEX Award in 2003 and IDSA's Special Award in 1969 for notable results, creative and innovative concepts and long-term benefits to the industrial design profession, its educational functions and society at large. He was Minister of Public Infrastructure and Human Settlements during President José López Portillo government. He was founder and rector of the Universidad Autónoma Metropolitana. He was part of the faculty of the UNAM and received various honorary degrees granted by several universities including the UNAM. The Los Angeles Times read that Ramírez Vázquez was known for stunningly original designs that blended a European modernist sensibility with pre-Columbia aesthetics. Most representative honors: 1956 Honor Award from the International Festival of Architecture and Monumental Art in Paris, France, for the exhibition and book 4,000 Years of Mexican Architecture. 1958 Golden Star, World's Fair and Expo Brussels, Belgium, by the Mexico Pavilion. 1960 Grand Prix 12 Milan Triennale by the Project Aula Bed Prefabricated. 1965 Head Prize and Gold Medal 8 Bienal de Arte de São Paulo, Brazil, by the National Museum of Anthropology. 1969 G. Tschumi Prize, for his career, awarded by the International Union of Architects. 1969 Special Award from the Industrial Designers Society of America, for excellence in the design of the identity of the 1968 Summer Olympics Games in Mexico. 1973 National Arts Award granted by the Government of Mexico. 1983 First place and a gold medal for his work in favor of urban development in Mexico, awarded by the International Academy of Architecture in Sofia, Bulgaria. 1985 Medal of Honor and Merit Officer of the Mexican Red Cross. 1988 Athletic Sports Medal Government of China, Taiwan, with his background in pro sports. 1988 Gold Medal by the FIFA for the Azteca Stadium. 1989 Medal and Diploma Architecture Biennial, for the project at the Universidad Iberoamericana, awarded by the International Academy of Architecture. 1994 Emeritus Citizen Recognition granted by the Advisory H. Consejo Mexico City. 1994 National Architecture Award by the Government of Mexico. 1996 Grand Prix at the International Architecture Merit, awarded at the 4th Biennial Boliviana de Architecture in La Paz, Bolivia. 1996 Recognition Architect of America, the Pan-American Federation of Architects, Brasilia, Brazil. 1996 Olympiad Award by the International Olympic Committee. 1996 Silver Tower, awarded by the Cultural Divide Acetor Paper Journalistic Institution. 1996 Honorary Member of the Association of Architects of the Nicaraguan Association of Engineers and Architects. 1996 National Steel Award for the House That Grows, awarded by the National Chamber of the Iron and Steel. 1998 Honorary Member of the Higher Colleges of Architects of Spain Council. 2001 Aga Award for his contribution to Can Muslim architecture with the project of the Museum of Nubia, Egypt. 2003 Cemex Life and Work Award in recognition of his career. 2003 Honorary Life President of Mexico-Israel Cultural Institute. 2008 Huberto Castillo Award, given by the government of Mexico City in recognition of his merits in urbanism. 2 times candidate for the medal Belisario Dominguez, issued by the Mexican Senate, same times was denied by the National Action Party. Most relevant official awards. 1953 Honorary Member of the AIA, 1958 Award in Degree of Knight of the Order of the Crown of King Leopold II of Belgium, 1965 Academic Grade of the National Academy of History and Geography, 1966 Emeritus Member of the Mexican Society of Architects and the College of Architects of Mexico, 1968 Grand Officer of the Royal Order of Vasa, Sweden. 1968 BNIB with recognition for his outstanding work in the promotion of human rights. 1968 Partner of Honor by the Association of Industrial and Graphic Designers of Mexico, AC. 1968 Diploma of Honor for Outstanding Services to Sport by the International Shooting Union. 1968 Honorary Member of the Club of Journalists of Mexico. 1968 Recognition Rank of Her Chief of Ghana, Africa. 1969 Inscription of his name in the Golden Book of Israel. 1969 Grand Officer of the Order of the White Rose of Finland. 1970 Award Capable of Shining Star of the Republic of China. 1970 Commander of the Order of the Crown of Belgium. 1974 Honorary Member of the Colombian Society of Architects. 1974 Academic Advisor of the Mexican Academy of the Mexican Academy of Sports Law. 1975 Commander of the Order of the Lion in Senegal, Africa. 1976 Member of the College of Architects of Peru. 1978 Gold Medal of the Academy of Architecture in France. 1978 Commander of Arts and Letters by the French government. 1978 Grand Gold Medal for European Excellence, awarded by the European Union. 1979 Grand Cross of Civil Merit, awarded by the Kingdom of Spain. 1980 Member of the Academy of Architects of France. 1981 Order of Merit of the Italian Republic. 1981 Grand Medal of the City of Paris. 1982 Grand Cross of the Order of the Polar Star, Sweden. 1983 Honorary Member of the Society of Architects in Bulgaria. 1994 Centennial Medal of the International Olympic Committee. 1995 Olympic Order by the International Olympic Committee. 1996 Head Cross of the Order of Merit by the Government of Luxembourg. Honoris Causa. 1969 Autonomous University of Guadalajara, Jalisco. 1969 Autonomous University of the Americas, Mexico City. 1982 Pratt Institute, New York, United States. 1990 Autonomous University of Colima, Mexico. 1995 Metropolitan Autonomous University, Mexico. 1998 National Autonomous University of Mexico, Mexico. 1999 Anahuac University, Mexico. 2008 Autonomous University of the State of Morelos, Morelos, Mexico. Humanism. Pedro Ramírez Vázquez focused his professional activity as a form of service that enriched the lives of the recipients with his architectural work, his dreams, or with his activity in other areas as organizer of the Olympic Games, as a public servant. A person humanist conviction in the Olympics created the advertising program for peace and identity link between the cultures of young people participating countries. He thought it was more important to leave a legacy of peace in which young people would identify the traits that unite them and that they meet not only to compete, but to appreciate how every aspect and resources of the time are likely to be applied to keep hope alive for peace. For this reason, among others, Ramírez Vázquez promoted and managed that the International Olympic Committee withdrew the invitation for the Olympic Committee of South Africa to participate in the Games in solidarity with the marginalized minority of people who lived in that country, included in the official movie game. The scene of the award of the 200 freestyle planes in which Tommy Smith and John Carlos raised his fist in protest, demanding greater equality for the human rights of the African American population in the United States. Also in the Olympics for the first time, Pedro Ramírez Vázquez wanted to give women an important place in the celebration of the Games. The 1968 Olympics were the first in which a woman lit the Olympic fire in the stadium. Also, he managed that the then West Germany and East Germany participated under one anthem and under the same flag. In the context of a Cold War with radically opposing positions, Ramírez Vázquez managed to find common ground between them, and because of this, the Mexico 1968 Olympics were the only time during the period of the Cold War that the two German nations were united in their identity elements, which were their official anthem and flag. He also managed that the Spanish Olympic Committee delegation participated in the Games, when Mexico had no relations with the government of Francisco Franco and the Spanish Republican government in exile, laid in Mexico City. This was able, thanks and through Ramírez Vázquez's management with the Republican government in exile. Also, he organized the Children's Painting Festival for children around the world to come together and express themselves through art. He organized the youth camp for the young people around the world so that they could come together with the purpose of enriching each other by understanding the traditions, so that they would know each other better than they did before. He also organized numerous events of coexistence and cultural enrichment for the Youth and Human Genetics program, the exhibition Space of Knowledge and Exposure on the application of nuclear energy to the welfare of mankind, so that young people knew of the cultures of young people from other parts of the world, and achieved thus better understand each other. He organized the exhibition of Popular Artesanías, the World Festival of Folklore, International Gathering of Poets, meeting the International Festival of Arts, International Meeting of Sculptors, and Exhibition of Masterpieces of World Art. It also organized a film festival whose theme was the mission of youth. In 1968, he chaired in Mexico Pro-Defense Committee of the Jewish minority in the Soviet Union. As president of the International Cultural Commission of the International Olympic Committee, he proposed in said organism the rescue of the Olympic truce, and also proposed to invite Nobel Peace Prize winners to the Olympic Games. Urbanism. 1943 Urban Study Ciudad Guzman, Jalisco, Mexico. 1948 Master Plan Study for the Border Tabasco, Mexico. 1953 Regulatory Plan Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. It was intended to meet, define and regulate the structure of the city. 1958 Study Coordinator of the Planning Commission of the Council for Economic and Social Planning. Discusses the problems of Mexico City and proposed solutions. Captures part of the studies and the general population. Delivers the document on the organization of the Mexico City. Proposed a package solution and complementary solutions. On his appointment as Chief CAPFCE, not followed up on the proposal. 1960 Remodeling of Dolores Hidalgo, Guanajuato, Mexico. Restoration of facades regulates the use of advertisements, and all rehabilitated urban infrastructure, water, sewage, electricity, telephones, floors, etc. For the 150th anniversary of the national independence of Mexico, 1968, along with Matthias Goeritz, brings art to urban scale with the Route of Friendship, or Route de la Amistad, road that connected the Olympic Village with Cumanco Channel, Mexico. 1970 Member of International Planning Committee of the City of Jerusalem. 1970 Aurus Coordinator. Creation of the City of Cuautitlán Izcalli, Mexico City. 1970 Urban Planning and Design for the new capital of Tanzania, Dodoma, providing location applicable to the area of government solutions. 1971 Urban Art in Signaling Paths, Parks and Urban Renewal in Mexico State. Typical handicrafts. 1976 Faced with the problem of concentration and dispersion of the population and urban growth in the country, he was appointed head of the SAHOP, for plans that will guide a balanced urban development, directing work in public services to encourage decentralization of public agencies, especially the Mexico City. 1978 February 4 PRV presents the National Urban Development Plan to the President of the Republic and the governors, who express the willingness to fulfill the plan and are committed to expanding or updating urban development laws in a period not exceed 1 year. 1979 Second Session of the Republic, Acapulco, Guerrero, Mexico. Governors report that they have fulfilled the commitment to expand or add your state laws for urban development. Promise to present its state urban development plan at the next meeting. 1980 On February, in the port of Veracruz, Mexico, the third meeting of the Republic is carried out. The governors report that they have formulated 31 state urban development plans. Representatives of the country's authorities are committed to make all municipal plans. 1981 On February, at the fourth meeting of the Republic, in Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico, the municipal authorities of the country realized the termination of 2,377 municipal urban development plans elaborated with the auto planning. They agreed to formulate plans for 462 major population centers of Mexico. 1982 During the fifth meeting of the Republic is reported to have completed the urban development plans of population centers, Guadalajara, Mexico. Plans of urban zones, located in two or more entities Mexico were also completed. 1977 to 1982 Remodeling of the historic center of the Mexico City blocks comprising 668 buildings of historical interest, as monuments, states, squares, etc. Buildings were acquired entity: the former Convent of Jesus Maria, the former Convent of St. Agnes, the headquarters of the Royal and Pontifical University, the House of Agirakis, several buildings seminar, the House of Tithe, and the hospital is the Holy Trinity. Restoration work on the Cathedral and Sacred Metropolitano. The urban landscape project included works to restore the integrity of the facades and construction levels. Another issue that was addressed was the valuable monuments of the historical center, who saw their integrity affected by differential subsidence of soil. For example, the Temple of the Most Holy, the Loreto, the La Soledad, the Church of Santa Teresa Antigua, and the group of the temples of San Juan de Dios, and the Plaza de la Santa Veracruz. 2000 Urban Development Program of Greater Saltillo, Coahuila, Mexico. Some of his projects. Some relevant projects include, in the World 1958 Mexico Pavilion at the World Exposition Brussels, 1958 Hall bed and prefabricated schools in India, Indonesia, Philippines, Tanzania, Yugoslavia and Italy, 1962 Mexico Pavilion at the World Exposition Seattle, 1964 Mexico Pavilion at the World Exposition New York, 1965 Seminar Leopardstown Rocklands Project with Arch. George Basurto and Jesus Aguiga, Dublin, Ireland, 1971 The Museum of Black Cultures in Dakar, Senegal, 1975 Government buildings for the new capital of Tanzania to Dodoma, 1976 Casa Presidencial in Costa Rica, 1977 Benito Juarez Community Academy in Chicago, Illinois, United States, 1982 Monument to Fray Anton de Montesinos, Dominican Republic, 1984 Museum Nubia, Egypt, 1986 Headquarters Building International Olympic Committee to Lausanne, Switzerland, 1988 Museum International Olympic Committee to Lausanne, Switzerland, 1989 The Shrine of the Virgin of Guadalupe in the St. Peter and Vatican City, 1992 Pavilion International Olympic Committee at the Universal Exhibition of Seville, Spain, 1992 Mexico Pavilion at the Universal Exhibition of Seville, Spain, 1994 Latin American and the Caribbean to the University of the West Indies, with ARQs. Giovannini Andrigi, and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, Kingston, Jamaica. In Mexico Elementary School 1943, Banda C No. 18, Tabasco. 1943 Elementary School, Bafan C No. 3, Tabasco. 1943 Bafan C Primary School No. 4, Tabasco. Elementary School 1943 Gulf of California, Tabasco. Schools in 1944 in the towns of Tabasco and Tamaulipas, Villa Hermosa, Tabasco. 1950 Elementary School, Colonia Morelos, Mexico City. 1951 Elementary School El Pipila, with ARQ. Horatio Boy, Mexico City. 1952 National School of Medicine, with ARQs. Roberto Alvarez Espinosa, Ramon Torres Martinez and Hector Velázquez, Mexico City. 1952 The National School of Medicine Ciudad Universitaria, UNAM, Mexico City. 1954 The building of the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare, Secretariat of Labor, Mexico City. 1955 to 1957 Markets La Laguna, Tepito, Coyoacán, Azcapotzalco, San Pedro de los Pinos and another 10 more. 1957 Northeastern University City with Arch. Rafael Miguez, Tampico, Tamaulipas. 1958 Hall bed and prefabricated schools in Mexico and 17 countries in Latin America. 1959 System construction of the rural school. They have built thousands of schools with this system in Mexico and abroad. The UNICEF adopted this construction system. 1959 Elementary School TPS, with Arch. Rafael Miguez, Mexico City. 1959 College of Physical Education, with Arch. Rafael Miguez, Mexico City. 1959 Rural schools in Zapotengo and Nacajuca, Tabasco. 1960 National School Kindergarten Educating City, Mexico City. 1960 Juarez Institute of Durango with Arch. Rafael Miguez. 1960 Gallery of History, Museo del Caracol, Mexico City. 1963 Elementary and Secondary School, Central Pedagogical Child. 1963 Heroes Elementary School and Kindergarten Freedom, Mexico City. 1964 Elementary School Earth and Freedom, Toluca, Mexico State. 1964 Anne Frank School, San Angel, Mexico City. 1964 High School No. 2, Street Sor Juana in Estela. 1964 National Museum of Anthropology, Mexico City. 1964 Museum of Art and History of Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua. 1964 Museum of Modern Art in Mexico, Museum of Modern Art, Mexico City. 1964 Elementary School, Col. July 7. 1964 Elementary School, Col. Lomas de Sotelo. 1964 Elementary School No. 273, Col. X Checkpoint Vallejo. 1964 Elementary School, Col. Valentin Gomez. 1964 School, Col. Aviation. 1964 Elementary School, Col. Jose Maria Pino Suarez. 1964 School in the Center, Tacubaya. 1964 Elementary School in Observatory, Mexico City. 1964 School Uxmal, Mexico City. 1965 Tower of Tlatelolco, building of the Centro Cultural Universitario Tlatelolco and its surroundings in the place of the Three Cultures, Mexico City. 1965 Centro Escala Revolution Project with Arch. I. Orderica. 1966 Azteca Stadium, Mexico City. 1967 Cuauhtémoc Stadium, Puebla. 1969 Irish College with Arch. Rafael Miguez and Ing. Guillermo Ballesteros, Mexico City. 1972 Housing Unit El Rosario, Mexico City. 1973 Municipal Palace Cuautitlán Izcalli, his Explantor and several projects that were unpublished as the building tree and monumental statues and out of the municipality, with the letters CR embracing all lanes of Highway Mexico Querétaro. 1974 The Master Program Units Azcapotzalco, Iztapalapa and Xochimilco of Autonomous Metropolitan University. 1974 Irish College, San Pedro Garza Garcia, Monterrey. 1974 Autonomous Metropolitan University, Founder, President, and Architectural Design, with Arch. David Munoz, Mexico City. 1975 Embassy Japan in Mexico, Mexico City. 1976 Liceo Mexicano Japonés. 1976 The new Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe City from Mexico. 1980 Legislative Palace of San Lázaro, Mexico City. 1981 Institute for Historical Research and Documentation with ARQs, Rafael Miguez and Andrew G. Giovannini. 1982 Centro Cultural Tijuana. 1984 The Toraxa, Mexico City. 1984 Project Iberoamericana University, in collaboration with the architects Rafael Miguez, Andres Serrano and Francisco G. Giovannini. 1984 Building Omega, Mexico City. 1986 Church of the Sacred Heart of Jesus in Tocumbo, Michoacán. 1987 Templo Mayor Museum, Mexico City. 1987 Amparo Museum, Puebla. 1993 Industrial Technical School UANL Alvaro Obregón, with ARQs. Giovanni Andrigi and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, Monterrey, Nuevo León, 1994. Marist University, Y, in the Ajusco, with ARQs. Giovanni Andrigi and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, Mexico City, 1994. Marist University in the Ajusco Tulips, with ARQs. Giovanni Andrigi and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, Mexico City, 1995. Marist University National Canal, Ticoac, Mexico City, with ARQs. Giovanni Andrigi and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, 1995. Marist University EJ10 Sur, Ticoac, Mexico City, with ARQs. Giovanni Andrigi and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, 1996 to 2000. Infotecas of the Autonomous University of Coahuila on their campuses, Saltillo, Monclova and Tower, with ARQs. Giovanni Andrigi and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, 1997. Convention and Exhibition Center, Merida, 1999. Info Center of the University of Monterrey, Andre Giovanni G. Santa Lucia River Project, Monterrey, with Arch and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, 1999. Autonomous University of Coahuila Seminars Unit, with the Arch, Andre Giovanni G. and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, Monclova, Coahuila, 2004. Auditorio Siglo XXI Puebla, 2008. Autonomous Metropolitan University, with ARQs. Giovanni Andrigi and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, 2008. International Convention Center Chetumal, Quintana Roo, 2008. Metropolitan Autonomous University Campus Master Plan Coajimalpa, with the Arch, Andre Giovanni G. and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, 2010. President's Museum Coahuila, Saltillo, 2009. Metropolitan Autonomous University Campus Master Plan Loma, with ARQs. Giovanni Andrigi and Javier Ramirez Campuzano, 2011. City Theater in Piedras Negras, Coahuila. Representative Unrealized Projects 1961 Headquarters Building Institutional Revolutionary Party 1962 Border Museum of Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Mexico 1969 Source of Olympism Chicago, Illinois 1971 Symbol Tower Office Cuautitlán Izcalli, Mexico State 1972 Building International Trade Center and Public Square in Marseille, France 1973 Museum of Anthropology, Tegucigalpa, Honduras 1975 National Museum of Iran, Tehran, Iran 1975 Ecumenical Church in Cancun, Quintana Roo, Mexico 1979 Museum Avery Brundage, Olympia, Greece 1979 Square Urban Rescue Isabel the Catholic, Mexico 1981 Mexican Cultural Center, Managua, Nicaragua 1982 Project Arche de la Défense, Paris, France 1982 Project to the Parc de la Villette, Paris, France 1985 Expansion Project Louvre, Paris, France 1989 Project Museum Acropolis, Athens, Greece 1989 Monumental Cruz de Manzanillo, Colima, Mexico 1993 Eagle Tower, Paseo de la Reforma, Mexico 1995 National Museum of Korea, Seoul 1997 Cultural and Multipurpose Center, Monte Carlo, Monaco 1997 Expansion Project Sanctuary of Our Lady of Fatima, Fatima, Portugal 1999 Zoo Jalapa, Veracruz, Mexico 1999 Cathedral of Christ the King, Acapulco, Guerrero, Mexico 2000 Square Mariana, Mexico City 2004 project of the Olympic Stadium, Beijing, China. 2008 project Bicentennial Monumental Arch, Mexico City.